Hey guys, welcome to BLONITY. First, my little disclaimer, the following content is not financial advice. That being said, let's jump right into it. We have the stock market is going down in the last few weeks. We can see the Nasdaq here dropping like a stone. And Bitcoin has stabilized at these levels here at 40K approximately. But there's no follow through, no move to the upside or to the downside right now. Let's analyze this a little bit later in the video. The miners last week were all in red here because of weak Bitcoin and stock market performance. And let's see how this continues this week. This week on Wednesday, we have the FOMC meeting and the press conference after it. And this should give us an indication where we can go in the future. Do we get another capitulation event here and go down below 30,000 or so? Or do we start another move up here? So that's going to be a very interesting week, I think. And that's going to be exciting. Let's watch the energy prices here. We have seen oil peaking at $130 is now down to $103. So that was a big peak here. Coal futures are still incredibly high here for these Australian coal here at $368 per ton. So that's a lot. Natural gas here in Europe also still very high. We can see this here at 131 euro per megawatt hour. So we have seen these three peaks here now. And let's see whether this continues to climb. I mean, with the crisis or the war we have in Ukraine, with the Russian gas, which will be maybe not delivered in the future, this could increase here even more for sure. So let's jump right into it. First, a little bit talking about energy here in Germany in the last week. The yellow here is solar, the green is wind power. So we have seen a better week for renewables here. So especially on 11th of March, a lot of renewables here in the grid. And then we don't need so much fossil fuels or gas here. You can see it, gas, the orange one here. This is very small when there is a lot of renewables in the grid. On the other side, you can see here, this is the consumption here, the black line. So at these times here, we have to sell a lot into other countries because the production is higher than the consumption. And there are other times like here earlier this week last week we had to buy a lot of energy here because the production was not enough. You can see it here and here and here. Okay, so what happens this week? The EU is voting on the future of Bitcoin today. There is currently a thin majority to vote for not banning proof of work coins in the EU. So you've maybe heard it. 2 weeks ago, they said, in their MiCA cryptocurrency regulation draft, they said, we want to ban proof of work in the EU. Then they said, no. And now, just before the weekend, they have this paragraph in there again. And this is a little bit scary right now. And today there's the vote. It seems more likely that it will be approved. But let's hope it will not. I mean, this is not the end, of course. I mean, this can be changed in the future. But I think it's not a good sign for the EU, of course. About the price. I mean, we're here right now. If this is the end of the bull run, we would go down here even more, of course. But there's also the chance that we go up here. And it seems like the biggest reason for this is, the Wednesday, the FOMC meeting. I mean, we have a lot of crises in the world right now. We have the high inflation. We have the war in Ukraine and all these things. And yeah, Bitcoin has to prove whether it's resistant to all these events or not. Looking for the hash price index, we have seen the hash price is going down to 18 cents per day per terahash in the last week. 7-day moving average for the hash rate is 200 exahash, so that's stable. Rig prices are going down here a little bit, between 1 and 5% last week. Difficulty is stable right now. Next adjustment should be slightly negative. The weekly miner revenue has also gone down here by minus 3% in terms of BTC, and the fees percent of block rewards is 1.17%, so that's also very small transaction fees, because there's not much activity in the network, it seems like right now. Here you can see the Bitcoin hash price, the difficulty here, the estimated is in minus 1.5%, the next one. The transaction fees you can see here, very stable on a very low level. The rig prices, the new generations are down minus 1.3%, but still at $87 per terahash. The mid generation here are down most at minus 5.8%, and the old one minus 1.7%. An Antminer S19 Pro would give approximately $20 in revenue per day. So this is the best one, or one of the best ones here. The WattsMiner M30S++ is at $20, and the Antminer S9 at $2.4. So the 5-year-old S9 still gives revenue here. We have news from the companies, from Argo, for example. They recently had a lot of news out there. Let's go to the latest RNS. The production numbers were not great from Argo in the last few announcements from January, February. And that's why I think they decided to make this fleet swap agreement with Core Scientific for the S19J Pro machines. So as I understand it, that Core Scientific will deliver the new S19J Pro machines, representing 967 petahash to the Argo Helios facility in Dickens County. And Argo will assign its existing fleet of Bitmain S19 mining machines with approximately 958 petahash to Core. And this will happen between May and July of this year, so starting in 2 months. I think this is good because the performance was not great at Core Scientific. We don't know the exact reasons, and Argo wants to have these miners at their own facility in Texas, and hopefully this improves the rewards here. Core Scientific also released the numbers here for February. Also, they're expecting a revenue for 2021 of approximately $500 million and a net income of 50 to 60 million and an adjusted EBITDA of $220-230 million. Expect the total operating hash rate of 31 exahash to increase to 40 to 42 exahash, or 1.2 to 1.3 gigawatts in 2022. So they want to grow even more. Right now, in February, they mined 981 Bitcoin with a hash rate at the end of the month of 8.2 exahash and a hosted hash rate of 7.7 exahash. So altogether, they're now above 15 exahash. So Core Scientific is really a monster. The stock price has not done well in the last few days and weeks because of the capital markets activities, the unlock of the shares of the restricted, the sale of stocks held by early pre-public investors of the company, so they can now sell into the market. So I think that's a reason why we have seen a stock price drop, but also, of course, because of the performance of the stock markets in general and of Bitcoin. Let's move to Riot Blockchain. Announces February production and operations update. They produced 436 Bitcoin in February, so these are solid numbers. The goal is to have like 5 exahash soon, because they will receive more miners in March 2022. So maybe in April or so we will see 5 exahash. The infrastructure update, they're building big infrastructure, these 400 megawatt expansion project in Rockdale, Texas. And the goal is to get to 12.8 exahash at the end of this year, and this is even without the immersion cooling benefits where you can overclock the miners if you want to. So it could be higher than 12.8 exahash, but let's see. They also will file the financials soon. They're a little bit delayed. They wanted to do it before March 1st, or they had to do it, but because of complicated complexities of reporting on 2 large acquisitions, it's a little bit delayed. So let's see when they will finally filing here. Okay, let's move on. We also have news from Hive Blockchain. They're operating their centers in Europe and Canada. And first of all, we have this numbers for February. So they produced 244 BTC with 1.9 exahash of Bitcoin mining capacity, and they produced 1,814 ETH. And the pure Bitcoin hodl precision growth to 2,374. They also hodl a lot of Ethereum. The Ether hash rate is now 4.88 terahash, so that's also growing. So overall, if you convert the Ethereum into BTC, it's 377 BTC equivalent produced, or 13.5 a day, and 2.84 exahash of BTC equivalent hash rate. So they still have an at the market offering open here of, as I'm aware of, 100 million US dollars here. They already have issued like shares with a value of 15 million Canadian dollars. So there's still an ATM program open, and let's see how they will continue with this. Also, we have another news from Hive Blockchain announces landmark deal to buy new high-performance ASIC chips from Intel and a 100 megawatt renewable energy deal in Texas. So they have this LOI with Compute North to host 100 megawatt mining capacity in one of the new Texas renewable energy data centers facilities. And the hardware will come from Intel. Intel produces a new very efficient mining chip. Like Argo is one of the first customers, as I'm aware of, Block and Grid. And the interesting thing is, as I'm aware of, Intel only delivers the chip and not the complete machine. So you have to look for an original design manufacturer to build the whole mining machine with the vans in there, and the manufacturer and everything. So that's going to be interesting. As I understand it, it will be like close to 1.9 exahash here, because they say up to 95% of our aggregate Bitcoin mining hash rate from 1.9 exahash per second. So 95% from 1.9 exahash is like 1.8 exahash or something like this. So as I understand it, this is the number we can expect. And 100 megawatt renewable energy in Texas, new mining chip there. This should help Hive Blockchain to get the hash rate up. We have also news from Mara, announces Bitcoin production and mining operation update for February 2022. So we know Mara has big goals like 13 exahash in mid of 2022 and early 2023 exahash. But so far, the 360 self-mined Bitcoins are disappointing. The hash rate is still low. We're still waiting for the expansion. And hopefully they will get it done soon. They don't tell us explicitly when they will get the new miners online. They already have them on the at their facility, but they cannot plug them in right now. They're right now at 3.8 exahash. And when we go to the Mara pool today, it shows close to 5 exahash. But this is a very volatile number. I don't really trust here these data from the Mara pool. So far, February was 57 blocks and March 28 blocks. So March is, we're close to the middle of the month, and it's still not great numbers here. So we need a lot higher bars here for Mara soon. The difficulty adjustment, the next one is going to be in 3 days. Right now it would be negative at minus 1.2%. And the hash rate is stable at this 200 exahash right now. Hopefully it stays a little bit longer at these levels and is not rising even more. Okay guys, so that was the latest update. Let's pray for Bitcoin, but it looks not great right now, to be honest. Not a good market, a lot of headwinds in the market. So yeah, let's see where it's going. Thank you very much for watching and see you in the next one. Auf Wiedersehen.